Is anyone brand new to yoga? Yin yoga, sorry, I should say. No. Yeah, okay, let me just give you a little rundown of what it is. So, I'll change this, hang on, sorry. So yin yoga is very different from the normal practice, the normal asana of yoga. It's not an active practice in any way. The idea is that we are holding the poses for very long periods of times. In order to get into the connective tissue of the body, stop a sec. We need to hold poses for over 90 seconds. So usually we hold poses in this class about 3 to 5 minutes. So, but before you go, oh, what's going on there? That's a long time. It's not in any way an active hold. It's forward folds, twists, bends, stretches, that kind of thing. And we're really just allowing ourselves to get into the deeper layers of the connective tissue. So we're not just working on the muscles the way we do in vinyasa or hatha or anything like this. So the premise behind it is we're doing everything, we're just giving the body time and space to open. And yin yoga is very much a sort of meditation in itself. It is a physical practice, but it's really about understanding and acknowledging like what's going on in your mind and your overall energy as you're doing the practice. Because sometimes being able to sit still can be really difficult. So it can be quite challenging. Even though you might not be physically exerting energy, it's more of a mental challenge, I should say. Mental opportunity. Yeah. So when we do any practice, any posture or any asana, we don't go in 100%, for example. We really go in 50%, and then you just let the body start to open. It's the same thing, first thing, especially now, first thing in the morning, your body's going to feel very different to how it did before you went to bed last night. So give it time, be patient, and listen to your narrative. And that's the key. Listen to what's going on. It's very normal to feel emotion, sensation, all of the things. Boredom, maybe you get annoyed at me, that's so fine, I won't be offended. And that's it really, just enjoy yourselves and just utilize your awareness. Some of the things we talked about in the meditation class yesterday. Start to listen to what's going on and see if you can change your narrative. If you feel like something's coming up, I can't do this, whatever. So that said, we're going to start in child's pose. I want you can either use your bolster. So we use a lot of props in yin. Props are our friends. So if you want, you can place the bolster in front of you today to start. If you don't feel like you don't need it, you don't have to. You're going to spread. And just take a deep breath in to arrive. Exhale through the mouth. Just really, so spread your knees nice and wide to give yourself some space. Oh yes, of course. Oh, let me get you a knee pad actually. Yeah. If anyone has sensitive knees, let me know now. Yep, okay, cool. Okay. This might help you. I might get you another one because you're injured, yeah. Obviously, if anything is uncomfortable, so there's a kind of sense of like you hitting this discomfort, but you shouldn't have any pain in any way. So if at any point you have pain, that's not where we're going for. We're going for that edge of discomfort where you start to trust that discomfort actually becomes your friend, not your enemy, and you can utilize that to learn, okay, well, what am I learning in this moment? What am I being taught? Settling in and tapping into our intention today of surrender and trust. Surrendering doesn't necessarily mean giving up. It's actually trusting the process. So allow yourself this opportunity today in this class to trust whatever's going in the body, to trust yourself, and maybe in this moment you can set yourself an intention for, well, what can I surrender to on the mat? What can I surrender to in life? What is something that I am holding on to that I can let go of? It's very normal for us to do that in life. Try and hold on to things, keep them as they are, resist change. So maybe something has come into your mind or your heart right now that you think, yeah, this is a really good opportunity for me right now to just let go of that. Breathing deeply, paying attention to how you're breathing at the moment. Are you breathing into your belly? Are you breathing into your heart? Long, slow, steady breaths. Yin really invites us to slow down enough to meet ourselves exactly where we are. One more deep breath in. And wherever you are, you can lift yourself up. We're going to go into a thread the needle variation, keeping the hips low. You're going to take your right arm and you're going to slide it under your armpit. Now you can push the bolster in front of you if you prefer now, or keep it there. So slide the right arm under your left armpit and plant down the right ear down towards the ground or your bolster. And get yourself into position where you know it's sustainable. If you want, you can take your left arm behind you, internally rotate, bend at the elbow, and take your hand grabbing onto the outer or inner right thigh. It doesn't make you a better yogi if you do this, it's just a bit more of a shoulder opener if you want that for your shoulders. And again, just remember, we are not activating in this, so just allowing the shoulder to melt down, you're allowing your top shoulder to open up, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your temple. Finding stillness. Breathing deep. Almost finished on this side. So I'll be guiding you through this with my voice, and I'll allow moments of stillness for you to settle into your postures as well. You can slowly release that left arm if you have a bind, and extend it long. You can turn your forehead to face down and extend your right arm in front of you. Take a moment to breathe here. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Taking your left arm, sliding it under your right armpit and placing the left ear down onto the bolster or onto the mat. Breathing here for a few moments before you go into the bind, if that's where you're going. And then if you're taking the bind now, you can take the arm out to the side, internally rotate the shoulder, bend at the right elbow, and then take that right hand and grip onto the inner left thigh or piece of clothing, your lower back. Letting that left shoulder, left forearm, maybe the bicep, just pressing down into the mat without pushing, just feeling the gravity of your body. Softening your eyes down. And while still working on the shoulder, we're feeling that opening happening in the hips and the inner groin. Halfway there. So in yin, the magic is in the waiting, it's not in the movement. Yin allows us to tap deep into the fascia where we can unlock the secrets of the body. And the stillness gives us the time to start to listen to what's going on. A few more deep breaths. Come back to your breath. Let that breath be your anchor. And you can always come back to the intention, the words of surrender and trust. If your arm is around your back, slowly remove it. Be gentle. There might be some sensitivity in the shoulder and extend it out. And then slowly turn your head to the center. Return your left arm long. Deep breath in child's pose. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly coming up onto all fours. Drawing the knees together slightly so that your knees are stacked underneath your hips. We're going to just do rounds of cat and cow, just to lubricate the spine, then warm up the neck a bit, move into the next round. Soften the belly, lift your gaze, draw the shoulder blades back and down the body, lift the tailbone, lift the chin, inhale. You're going to stay here for your exhale. Feel the decompression of the spine, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, stay. Exhale, stay. And every exhale, feel that softening. Inhale. Now exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, drop the crown of the head down. Press the ground away from you, round the spine, draw that navel in. Your chin is tucked. Feel the broadening of your back. Stay for your inhale. Stay for your exhale. Nice. Inhale, come to center. Sit back down onto your heels, or if you feel more comfortable, you can sit on your block. You have the option, if you like, to tuck your toes to open up your fascia. I always give different options here, so it's really up to you. Or if you prefer, you can have them untucked. To really sit where you like. And your hips and your knees are all in one alignment, so notice if the knees are coming out. And we're gonna start doing some neck warm-up. So inhale, take your head over to the right-hand side, gazing over your right shoulder. Breathe here. So drop the shoulders down. So notice if you hold them up. Hands can be on your lap or by your side, you don't mind. Inhale to the center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, stay. Exhale. inhale to the center. Exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. Again, drawing the shoulders down the body. Taking your hands down on the back of your head and interlacing. Drawing the elbows down towards the ground and just letting gravity do its thing. But you're trying to remain a nice elongated spine, so you're not rounding the spine. You're really feeling the stretch in the back of the neck. Should feel really good if you have any tension from your surfing. Really just letting the weight of your arms do the trick for you. Release your hands down onto your lap. Inhale to the center. And then follow that inhale all the way up, lifting your chin, opening up your throat. Again, spine remains still. Breathing deep into your chest. Feel the expansion of your chest. Looking up, or closing your eyes, softening your face, opening up the throat. Now let's come to center. Taking your right arm, elongating it long. And then you're going to bend at your elbow, take it behind you. So similar to what we did in our thread the needle. And you're going to grab onto your left arm. You're going to then take your left ear to your left shoulder and feel a deep stretch down that right shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder. It's called the chicken wing. Slowly release the head to center, release both arms. Extend the left arm long. Bend at the elbow, internally rotate, grab onto the right arm, and then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Slightly stronger and deeper stretch here. Should feel really good. Nice, and release the center. Come off your block. If your toes were tucked, you can just give them a little, or if not, you can give them a little kick, a little flutter. I'm sure that feels really good. And come down to on a belly, do a little bit more opening the shoulders, and then move on to the next. So press your bolster away, place your hands down in front of you, and slowly drop your hips down onto the mat, elbows into the rib cage, coming down. You're gonna extend your arms long, and your right arm is gonna bend at the elbow, palm facing down. Press your right ear down towards the ground by gazing over the left shoulder. You're going to take your left arm and bend at the elbow, placing the elbows up towards the sky, and come onto your fingertips. Lift up your left foot towards the ceiling, bending at the knee, and then you're going to slowly roll over onto your right hip, taking that left leg behind you. If you prefer to have your right arm lengthened out long, you can. So either right arm. If your right arm can be bent at the elbow or lengthened out. So it's a deep, deep stretch for that right shoulder. Left hip is stacked on top of the right. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so just breathe into this. Finding your posture. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. All different shapes and sizes. I always say that comparison is the thief of joy, so just be in your body and do what feels right for you. I'll always be guiding you through it, but I don't know what's going on inside. And we're not pushing ourselves to any edge here. Breathing deep again, come back to the anchor of the breath. Allowing the hip to open, allowing that shoulder to open. For those of you who do want to take your left arm behind your back, you can. Again, it's just an option. I always offer different ones, so really just meet yourself wherever you're at. Breathing into the entire body. returning your left hand, if you took it there, coming onto your fingertips. Start to roll onto your belly, taking that left leg with you, keeping the knee bent and then returning it long. Come into the center, take your hands underneath you and place them by your rib cage and just press up slightly. We're going to just press into an upward dog just to open up the front line of the body. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, bend, keep a bend in the elbows. Exhale, slowly come down. Over to the other side now. So you can extend the left arm long, palm facing down, and bend at the elbow if you like. Then you're going to place your left ear down towards the ground, gazing over your right shoulder. Take your right hand out to the side, coming onto your fingertips with the elbow pointing up. You use your hand to press yourself over onto your left hip, taking the right hip on top of you, bending that right knee, and taking the right foot behind the body. Noticing as we work through each side how it feels. Always having one side that has a bit more space or one side that has more restriction, more strength, more durability. So without the story behind it, and definitely not saying this is my bad side, just be aware of that. And whenever we have a side that maybe needs a bit more love, we can send it there rather than saying, okay, this is my bad side. Okay, this is the side that needs me a little bit more, that needs my attention. Each moment of stillness is this doorway into your awareness. Yin yoga nourishes the yin organs, the heart, the kidneys, the liver, the lungs, the spleen. It nourishes the rivers of our emotional landscape. And the fascia remembers every story. So through the stillness, it learns to let go of that. A few more deep breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. Slowly taking yourself back onto your belly, letting that right leg follow. Both hips come down, neutralize, extend the right leg long. Place both hands down by your side, by your rib cage, and slowly press up into a baby cobra or full cobra, keeping the arms bent slightly, gazing forward, just opening the front line of the body. Breathing deep, softening the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, bending into the knees. Sitting back, we're going to come onto our sit bones and coming into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. And drawing the soles of the feet together, and you can have a little diamond shape here, as large or as small as you like. We're going to come into a forward fold, so if you like, you can take your bolster. Again, it's just an option, or a block. They're always here to help us. So, different options. You can place the bolster in between your thighs. Oh, these really light bolsters. Oh. Sometimes I like to fold it and place my head down. You can even place a block on top if you prefer, or you don't even need it. I just quite like to offer it because it's really nice to sort of rest your third eye, your forehead on something, so you feel that support, so that you don't feel like you're trying to reach for the ground, and you just feel held. And maybe you start on the higher setting, and then as we work down, as we stay in the posture longer, you feel there's more space, and you end up going down further, not because you feel like you have to reach further, but just because it opens and it just feels really good. So yeah, with your knees open wide, your feet together, rounding your spine, So it's not like in an active posture where we're trying to keep the spine long. We're really just rounding, placing the hands in front of you if you like, palms facing up in a nice receiving gesture. So find your posture that is sustainable, where you know you can stay in this posture. Play with it, play with it. Make your feet a bit further away from you, so make the diamond wider, yeah. There we go. Yeah, there we go. The wider the diamond, the sort of more easier it is on the inner thighs. So hug your pillow, lean on your block. Surrender to yourself in your forward folds. Every exhale is an invitation to release your grip of control. So notice right now, are you holding in your hips a little bit? Are you softening your shoulders? Are you trying to control the situation in your mind? Breathe deep. Your breath is your bridge to your inner and your outer worlds. And as the body softens, the energy begins to flow where it was once held. As you breathe, just imagine each inhale expands space in you, and every exhale softens that resistance. Just allow the gravity to be your teacher. Relax your feet. Yeah. Soften where you notice you're holding. So use your breath to scan your body. And as you scan, can you notice where can you unravel just a little bit more? Softening in the mind and the body, it's not an act of weakness. It's actually an act of courage. We stay, the more the layers begin to speak. A few more breaths. Slowly coming out of it, use your hands. Be gentle, there might be sensitivity in your hips. You can move your bolster to the side. Taking your hands on the outside of your thighs to close the thighs, because they might be a little bit sensitive. You can actually take your knees and feet wide, placing soles of feet down, place your hands behind you, and just gently windscreen wiper the legs side to side just to release anything. If you want, as you take your knees over to the left, you can just turn to face the back and just release anything that might be a little bit stuck around the glutes and the hip. That's quite a nice release of the back when we do this kind of forward fold. And then inhale to the center, taking your hands behind you, and then take the knees over to the right, and then let the hands follow and guide and look over your right shoulder just to release the lower back there. Nice, then come to the center and gradually make your way down onto your back, getting your strap. So you all should have a strap that's looped. So what we're gonna do, just move so you can see me. Come on down onto your back, and you're gonna draw your right knee into your chest, interlace your hand on your right shin, and just let the weight of your hand just draw that knee in towards the chest or the armpit. Doesn't matter if it goes to the side. Let the left leg be long and just heavy, no activation. Breathing deeply. Just as a transition, a few breaths. Soften your shoulders. Soften your jaw. And now when you're ready, you're going to lift your head and shoulders up. You're going to take the strap. You're going to flex your foot and take the strap on the sole of the right foot. And then the back of the strap, so the circle is going to go around the back of your head. Just make mine a bit shorter. Keeping the knee bent. I'm going to place it at the base of the spine. And then when you're ready, and that should feel good. And again, we're going to actually extend into the legs. So what you're going to do, hang on, there we go. Extend the arms long with the palms facing up. Just let that settle for a minute, and then when you're ready, you're going to start to kick into the strap, extending the leg long. Now, depending on the flexibility of your hamstrings, you might want to shorten the strap or lengthen it. So you should feel a really, really nice opening in the back of that right hamstring now, and also in the back of the neck. Drop the shoulders down. So really notice if the shoulders are following you. We don't want to wear them as earrings. We want to really create the space. If this is a little bit too much on the left hip flexor, you can bend that left foot knee so the left foot comes down onto the ground, sole comes down onto the ground. You can close your eyes down if you like and just feel into this. Maybe you want to play with it a little bit and just let gravity do its thing on your head by putting a little bit more weight into it, which will open up more of the hamstring, or perhaps you prefer to just have a bit more of a neck stretch sensation in the neck. Such a good hamstring opener. Breathing deep. Allow those sensations to be little messengers, sending you some signals, sending you some stories. Take your time to listen. We're going to open up the inner thigh now and the groin. So you're going to extend your arms open wide for just stability. And then we're going to gradually take the right leg over to the right hand side as far as you like. Maybe it's just a couple inches, maybe it's a foot, maybe more. And you're going to just gently gesture your right ear towards your right shoulder. As far as you like. If this isn't comfortable on your neck, you're welcome to remove the strap and take the strap in your hand, in your right hand. So each of their own on this one. Soften your jaw. Deep breaths. Coming back to your breath and your anchor and your intention. What can I let go of? How can I surrender and trust more? Trusting the process, trusting that everything is absolutely perfect as it is. Inhale, slowly draw yourself to the center with your leg and your head. We're going to go over to the left-hand side now, opening up the IT band. Arms are extended long. Left ear starts to gesture to the left shoulder. Right leg starts to gesture over to the left-hand side. And maybe it's just, again, a few centimeters, a few inches. Allow your body to open how it wants to open. Don't force anything. Maybe you swivel a little bit over onto your left hip. That's totally fine as well. Dropping that right shoulder down. So there's no tension in the leg. The only tension is on the strap. Not only is this a great stretch into the IT band, but we're twisting the spine, wringing out the night's sleep. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, start to come back to the center. Bend the knee. Activate into head and shoulders to remove the strap from the back of your head and neck. Drop the head and shoulders down. Remove the strap from your foot. You can give that knee a bit of a squeeze into your body if you like. Rolling out your ankle, your toes. Maybe you want to take the knee over to the side a bit and just placing your right hand on the right knee. You can do some circles if that feels good. And then extend the right leg long. Letting that settle for a moment. You can place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your stomach, on your solar plexus. Letting that right hip just settle and feeling the echo of what we've just done before we go into the second side. Drawing that left knee in towards the chest now, keeping the strap near you. Interlace your hands on your left shin. Draw that left knee in towards the chest, using the weight of your hands only. Maybe your knee goes to the side a bit, maybe it's in the center of the body. Doesn't matter. Soften the shoulders. And now when you're ready, get the strap in your hands, lift the head and shoulders up, place the strap round the flexed left foot, round the center of the sole of the foot. Then place the strap around the back of the head, just at the base of the head where the head and the neck meet. And then when you're ready, you can extend into that strap. And you'll notice the difference in here definitely between each side. Soften your shoulders, close your eyes. Relax your jaw. If you feel like maybe you need to shorten or lengthen the strap on this side, that's so fine. And just noticing how the body feels. Arms are by your side, palms facing up. Yin reminds us that the healing happens during the feelings of the things, not the doing of the things. Yin is the feeling of the things, whereas the Yang is the doing, the activation. Embrace the sort of tenderness that arises. It's the sort of language of release. And when the mind wanders, gently bring it back home to the breath, to the intention. Follow the breath in. Follow the breath out. Extend the arms open with the palms facing up so that the arms are in a capital T shape. And slowly you're going to take your left leg a little bit over to the left-hand side, as far as you want, and start to soften your left ear towards your left shoulder too, if that feels good on your neck. Again, making sure that there's only tension on the strap and not on the leg. There shouldn't be any wobbles or shakes. You're not pushing yourself. You're gifting your body some space. Surrendering to the opening, to the release, to the breath, trusting the process. A few more deep breaths. Inhale, slowly come to the center. Going over to the right this time. Right ear to the right shoulder, if that's comfortable. Left leg gesturing over to the right. Maybe you bump that left hip on top of the right. Feeling a beautiful opening, maybe in the left outer glute, twisting into the lower back. Yin is this beautiful practice of stillness and quiet that fills in the gaps in between the notes. It's asking you to pay attention. Pay attention to how you respond. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your body. Allows you this beautiful gift to be able to smile from within. Inhale, come up to the center, nice and slow. Bending your left knee. Taking the strap from the back of your head. Release the head and shoulders down. Release the strap from your foot. Roll out your left ankle. Interlace your hands on that left shin. Wiggle the toes. Maybe take your left hand on your left knee. And you can do some circles with that hip if you like. Releasing anything, any final residue that might be there. We're going to slowly make our way onto our sit bones. You can take the knees into the chest if you like with your hands underneath your knees and just rock and roll forwards and backwards if that feels good. Maybe giving your spine a bit of a massage. And then we're going to come into pigeon pose. So, you're going to roll onto your shins. And then you're going to take your right knee towards your right wrist. Using your left hand, you can place your left ankle to the right ankle to the left side so that your shin is parallel to the short edge of the mat if you like. Then you scooch that left leg long behind you. You're going to get your bolster, your block in front of you. Maybe you want both. Now just remember, in vinyasa, people tend to go down pretty deep, pretty quickly, but we're going to be here for a while. So again, I always say, make it sustainable. And I would like you to have your forehead resting on something. So I don't mind if the block is on a higher setting, middle, lower. Maybe you don't need it, maybe you're going to the ground. And then you're going to extend your arms in front of you and rest your forehead down. If you find that your right glute is quite high up, place your block underneath that right glute because you want your hips square. I'm going to come adjust you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it's okay. So remove the strap. Remove the strap. Yeah. Can you, how far can you bend your knee at this point?
I could definitely.
That's so fine. So all you can do is press your hand there, open if that feels good. If you want to go into full figure four, which is the same thing, take your right hand through the hole in your legs. Either interlace your hands here or here, and drop your head and shoulders down. See if you can bend your knee, and then place your hands on your shin. How does that feel? Yeah? Okay, great. Just relax your foot. Yeah, there we go. Tuck your back toe. Let the breath be your anchor. Come back to your breath. Just as the moon pulls the tides of the ocean, the yin draws us inward into the quiet ocean within us. you looked at yin as part of the cycles of our seasons, yin would be our winter. It's our time to rest and reflect and renew. And without stillness, movement becomes empty. And without movement, the stillness becomes stagnant. We need both. We're so indoctrinated in society to be always in the yang, always in the go, go, go. Rest is so unbelievably important. Let yourself just sink into the earth, like roots searching for water. And find that stability through your surrender. We're going to move on to the second side now. So come off of your block and your bolster onto your hands. If your block is underneath your right glute, remove it. We're going to lean over to the right hand side. And just draw that left knee in and then roll onto your shins. Sit yourself back a little bit. You can wiggle your hips around a bit if you like before you go onto the second side. And then gradually draw. That's a good thing we're doing yin then. And take your left knee towards your left wrist. You can guide the left ankle across so that your shin is parallel to the mat with your right hand. And then scooch that right foot back. Placing a block underneath your sit bone if that feels good, if that's what you need. So just adjusting first, just finding that opening, finding how that feels, and then going down to your variation of the pose. Maybe on a block, maybe on a bolster, maybe down to the ground. Soften. There's 3 phases in the yin. There's the finding the edge. Then we find stillness. And then number 3, we surrender and yield to the time. The degree of your change really depends on your ability to let go. Let go a little bit of transformation happens. Let go a lot, and a lot of transformation takes place. The degree of your success really has everything to do on the degree of your surrender. Everything is in motion. Your breath is like a mirror, reflecting the intensity of what you move through. So again, like in the meditation, it talks about your breath really does anchor your body and regulate your body. So always catch yourself. How are you breathing? Wherever you are, slowly start to come up. Place your hands underneath you. Remove your block from your left glute, if it's there. You're gonna roll onto the left side. Take your right hand and gently gesture that right leg in front of you. Extend both legs in front of you. Bend your knees and come down onto your back. If you want, you can draw the knees into your chest just for a final movement. And then we're going into our Shavasana, so extending the left leg long, extending the right leg long. Let the big toes flop open, the arms are down by your side, your palms are facing up. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades are together ever so slightly. Space in between the neck, so there's a slight tucking of the chin. Take a deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. Sip a bit more, sip a bit more. Exhale through the mouth. Coming back to your intention of surrender and trust. Breathing deep into the body. Slowly drawing your attention back into your bodies. Maybe wiggling your fingers or your toes. You can even take your arms up above your head and give yourself a nice big stretch if you like. And gently making your way over onto your right side. Just keeping your eyes closed just to hold your space, the space of the room, the class. And when you're ready, you can gently make your way up to a comfortable seated position with your hands at your heart center. Feeling the connection to your body. Connection to your peers around you. Connection to Pachamama. Connection to the light inside of you. remembrance of who we really are. Namaste.